Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Minutes of Inspiration with Calandra. How is it going today? I just want to jump on and talk about Proverbs. If you have never read Proverbs, I encourage you to, because the whole entire book of Proverbs is a lot of wisdom, a lot of life lessons and wisdom. Proverbs talks about everything from raising your children to friendships, to marriage, to dealing with your temper. Proverbs is the book that you want to read about life and how to make it through life. Proverbs is a definite manual for life. But the scripture that I want to talk about today comes from Proverbs. It's Proverbs 12, chapter 12, verse 26. It says, "The righteous should choose his friends carefully, for the way of the wicked leads them astray." So, I know friendship is very, very, very important. We all need community. We all need people in our lives to walk beside us. It doesn't matter how strong we think we are, or whatever our reason is to not want friendship. I want to let you know that we all need somebody. We don't have to have a large group of people that we do life with, but we do need someone that can walk beside us, because life happens. And when life happens, you definitely want to have someone that you can who can walk beside you during that time, and as well you walking beside them. Friendship is just important, and the type of people that you surround yourself is important. If you find yourself surrounded by people that are not going in the direction that you're going into, or they're just, y'all are not equally yoked. I used to think that equally yoked was just for relationships, but I had to learn that equally yoked is not just for relationships. You need to be equally yoked with everyone that you come in contact with, that you do life with. It's just not for marriage and relationships. So you want to be equally yoked with your friends. You want to connect yourself and find friends who are walking the same path with you, because as scripture says, iron sharpens iron. You can't be an iron person and you're hanging out with a person that's not even that's metal. You can't be an iron person that's hanging out with a plastic person. You gotta be able to be with someone who's on the same level, either ahead of you so that you can learn from them. Because I definitely believe you need to have someone that's a little bit more skilled than you, or you need to even have someone that's not quite where you are yet, but they are striving to be there. So definitely pay attention to your friendships. Don't just remain in friendships because y'all have been friends for 20 years. God is sending people in our lives, if you allow him to, that's going to help you in the next season that you're in. So just because you've known someone for 20 years doesn't mean that person is supposed to still be walking with you in this new season that God has you in. Because hopefully you're not in that same season that you were 20 years ago, because we're all growing and moving and life is changing. We're bettering ourselves, and I always tell myself I want to be better than I was yesterday. So we're all bettering ourselves, so we have to pay attention to our friendships, and we have to be open to let people walk beside us. Don't count ourselves out. I know myself personally, I had that issue. I was like, I don't know. I'm over here counting myself out, when God is like, girl, I'm trying to bring these people into your life to walk beside you. Don't push people away that really want to do life with you and really want to walk beside you. And that's where discernment comes in, because you have to have discernment. And my reason, for wanting to not get too close wasn't because I was just mean and I didn't want people in my life. It was because I had been burned in the past. And sometimes when you've been burned in the past by people, you're leery of who you let get close to you, because you don't want to be hurt anymore. So now you've put yourself in this, you've built walls up. You've built walls around yourself to protect yourself, but really and truly, you're not protecting yourself that way. No one can get in that wall and no one can get out of that wall. So I encourage you guys to use discernment. And again, Proverbs 12:26, the righteous should choose his friends carefully, for the way of the wicked leads them astray. So if you have people in your life that are not where you're trying to go in this season, you may want to not stop being friends with them, but you may want to distance yourself a little bit, because you want iron sharpens iron relationships. You want people that are walking in the direction that you're walking. You want people that are growing, that are trying to be better than they were yesterday. You don't want people that are trying to talk you out of the dream that God has placed in you. You also don't want people that are envious of the dream that God has placed in you. You need people to realize that they have a purpose, and so do you. And when you guys bring those purposes together, that you guys are a force to be reckoned with. So we need to appreciate our friends and love on each other and support one another, and know that good community is necessary. Good friendship is necessary. And again, I encourage you to get with iron sharpens iron friends. Again, today's scripture was Proverbs 12:26 on carefully finding friends. I want to thank you for tuning in to Minutes of Inspiration with Calandra. I hope you guys have an awesome day. God bless you.